close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Max. I am an automotive videographer and I work for an automotive YouTube channel called LegitStreetCars. And last week, my boss Alex and the mechanic Peter decided to break my car on purpose and then secretly modify it while I was working from home. So I currently drive a 2010 Subaru Outback that I got from my wife a few months ago. She drove it for 10 years prior to that. She took really good care of it, very well maintained, but as you can see, it is not stock. It is lowered on WRX wheels, and that is all thanks to my boss. Long story short, my U-joints were going bad, and on Subarus, they are non-serviceable, so you have to replace the entire drive shaft. I let my boss know for a couple of weeks that it was going bad. He said he was going to try and get some sponsors to help out with maybe a discount code. That obviously was not true. If you guys want to check out the video, I'll leave it in the description down below. But basically, him and the mechanic sabotaged my car. They cut the U-joints so that the drive shaft would fall off, so I would have to leave it here. And then my boss let me borrow a car, told me to work from home, and while I was gone, they modified the car on top of fixing it. So they did replace the drive shaft with new U-joints that are serviceable, so I'll be able to replace the U-joints in 150,000 more miles when they go bad. But they also lowered the car on KYB struts, Swift springs. They replaced the control arms, the sway bar links, you name it, they did it. Not only did they replace the suspension components, but as you can see, they lowered the car on WRX wheels from a 2012 WRX. The car handles much better, the steering is much tighter, the suspension is a little stiff, but nothing like what you would think. Not like coilovers or anything like that. The car drives like factory and honestly looks 100 times better than it did before. Now I know this is a Subaru Outback. They're not meant to be fast. This is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated car, so it isn't quick, but I still wanted to do something. I used to have a Jeep SRT for a while. That was fast, that was fun, but I've not been able to modify a car now for a few years since I've gotten rid of that car. So I did want to do something with this, just have not had the money to do it as I'm saving for a house, so this was a massive blessing to me, and honestly, it looks so good. Alex and Peter really did an amazing job making this car look good, and I know the suspension looks like it's a little off. That is actually how low the front is, but the back does come down a little more than that. It looks a little higher right now because of the angle that it's at, but it is a little raked when it is sitting flat, and honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it just because this is a daily driver. I live about an hour outside of Chicago, so we do get some brutal winters, and I don't wanna lower it anymore and not be able to drive it throughout the winter. So I'm not gonna change the suspension. I'm gonna leave it the way that it is. I like the way that it looks, and honestly, it handles very well. So really, there's no reason for me to change it. So huge thank you to Alex and Peter for doing this. You guys, I am just speechless. I can't thank you guys enough. This is seriously just, it's so awesome, and it looks so good. I love driving the car. I love looking at it, and now I do one of the things where you park the car, you turn around, you look back at it after you park it, and you're just like, man, it looks good. And I know it's just a Subaru Outback, but I love wagons, and this just checks all my boxes. So if you guys haven't already, please check out Alex's channel. It's LegitStreetCars. I will leave the link down below, as well as the link to the video of them breaking my car and then fixing it and then surprising me with it. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm gonna start releasing more content about this car. Like I said, I know it's nothing crazy, but I think it looks good and I wanna do more stuff to it. So with that being said, hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video.
Fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.